The dark side of empathy, protecting your emotional energy. You've been told that empathy is a superpower, a way to connect, to heal, and to understand others. But what if I told you empathy has a darker side? A side that can break you, drain you, and even be used against you? The dark truth about empathy. Empathy isn't always what it seems. Today, we'll uncover the hidden truths that no one talks about. These truths might just save you from a lot of unnecessary pain. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content. We uncover truths that help you see the world and yourself differently. Let's start with emotional exhaustion. Did you know that feeling too much of someone else's pain can leave you completely drained? Empathy feels good at first, like you're doing something important. But over time, it can turn into emotional burnout. Think of it like this. Imagine carrying a friend's heavy backpack while still carrying your own. You're being helpful, right? But what happens after a mile? 5 miles? Eventually, you'll collapse under the weight. This is what happens to your mind when you over-empathize. You take on the emotions of others, and before you know it, you're running on empty. This is especially common in caregivers, teachers, or anyone who feels responsible for helping others. It's called compassion fatigue. And if you don't catch it early, it can affect your health, your mood, and even your relationships. But here's something even darker: manipulation. Yes, empathy can be used against you. Some people know exactly how to play on your emotions. They'll share heartbreaking stories or exaggerate problems just to make you feel guilty. And then, they'll ask for your help, your time, or even your money. This is called emotional manipulation. People like this often rely on your kindness because they know you'll feel bad if you say no. Think about it. Have you ever done something for someone, even though it didn't feel right, just because you couldn't bear the thought of letting them down? Not everyone has good intentions. Empathy is powerful, but without boundaries, it can make you an easy target for those who see your kindness as a weakness. Empathy can also lead to one-sided relationships. You might be the person everyone goes to when they're upset, but what happens when you need support? If you're always the listener, the fixer, the one who gives, you may start to notice that some people don't give anything back. Think about a time when you poured your heart out for someone, only to realize later that they wouldn't do the same for you. It hurts, doesn't it? That's the risk of empathy without balance. It can leave you feeling unappreciated and alone. It's important to ask yourself, are my relationships balanced, or am I giving too much and receiving too little? Now, let's talk about how empathy can cloud your judgment. Sometimes, your feelings take over so strongly that it becomes hard to think clearly. You might forgive someone who keeps hurting you because you understand their struggles. Or you might give away money, time, or energy that you really can't afford, just to make someone else feel better. This doesn't mean empathy is bad. It just means you need to set limits. Imagine a faucet running full blast. If you never turn it off, the water will run out. The same goes for your emotional energy. Protecting yourself doesn't make you selfish, it makes you smart. So, how do you protect yourself? The first step is learning to set boundaries. You can still care for others, but you don't have to carry their pain as if it's your own. It's okay to say no, even to people you love. Next, make time for self-care. Recharge your mind and body so you can show up for others without losing yourself. This could mean journaling, meditating, or simply taking a break when you need it. And finally, pay attention to who you're empathizing with. Are they genuine, or are they taking advantage of your kindness? If you notice a pattern of someone always asking but never giving, it's time to rethink that relationship. Empathy is a beautiful gift, but only when it's balanced. Care for others, but don't forget to care for yourself. Your empathy is your strength. Protect it. If this video opened your eyes to the darker side of empathy, hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe for more eye-opening conversations. Remember, your mind matters. See you in the next one.